Thanks for taking the time today. We've asked several people kind of this question, but as you guys have examined it throughout the week, what are some of the keys that you think there are to starting the game a little bit quicker than you guys have of late?
I would say, just being on our P's and Q's, right? The details matter early on, and just executing the plays called in no matter what it's called, and, attempting it from that point, just doing the best we can there. I feel like in other games we started and, had small minor mistakes, had errors here and there that kind of messed things up, messed up the flow of our offense. So if we could change that stuff up and kind of focus on those things, I think we should be in a good spot.
Next one, Kyle Newman.
Hey, Noah, a couple for you. So I know you've been a little beat up at points this season, dealing with the ankle injury and whatnot. How are you feeling just physically going into the second half as you're trying to build off a pretty good first half here?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I mean, obviously I'd like to be fully healthy, but, you're not very rarely you're going to get through a whole season fully healthy all the time. So, I mean, just getting through it, right? Doing treatment every day, taking care of my body, that whole thing. So, hopefully can build on this, this first half of the season on into the second half and, keep doing some, good things.
And obviously a ton of injuries around you at the position, most notably Alberto going down on Sunday. What do you think Nick Vannett has to do to kind of increase that production? What have you liked about his play in the first half?
Yeah, I think Nick's going to do a great job, man. I think Nick's a vet. I think he's a smart, savvy guy. So I expect him to do great things out there. And then having whoever they bring up for that third spot at the tight end is we're going to roll with it. We're going to go, and obviously we'd love to have Albert out there. Terrible, that he had the ACL injury, but we're gonna get it going and see what we can do out there. So
Next one, Arnie Stevenson.
Hey, no, I want to ask you to kind of look in the crystal ball a little bit after this season, knowing the progress that Alberto made in these couple of months, particularly the last month, I guess. What does the future hold for two young, dynamic tight ends like yourself and Albert? In the years ahead?
Yeah, I mean, not really sure about that. That's for our coaches to figure out how they want to deal with that. I think Albert has a bright future. I think I'd like to think myself has a bright future also. So we'll see how it goes though. We'll see how a whole tight end room pans out, and obviously we're all trying to make each other better and keep getting better. So go from there.
Next one, Troy.
No, this is only your second year here, but does the Raiders game feel like a rivalry to you? And what are your thoughts about playing in Las Vegas for the first time? I mean, no fan certainly changes the vibe, but AFC West, Raiders, does it feel like a rivalry? And what are your thoughts about going to Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, for me, as every team in the AFC West, right? We play them twice a year, so all those games are kind of, heightened sensitivity, right? Like those are all rivalry games for us. KC, Raiders, the Chargers. Definitely is, right? Those are games that count a lot. Those are games that matter. And so I think it'll be cool going to Vegas, right? Them moving to Vegas this year and having the new stadium there is pretty cool. And, I expect to have fun there, and it's going to be a good time. So
Next one, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Noah, halfway through the season, how would you evaluate your season so far, and where do you want to improve in the final half of the season?
Yeah, I think my season so far has been all right. Obviously, I want better for myself, but I think it's been decent. Obviously, I want to keep improving, keep playing a bigger role in the offense, keep blocking and doing all those things that every down tight end needs to do. So, if I had to grade myself on it, I would give it like a B- probably. I'm very kind of like critical of myself in that aspect, but I just want to be great, man. I want to be one of the best to do it and try to help this offense as much as possible. So definitely think I can offer a lot more.
Next one, Eric.
Noah, just in terms of the tight end position, are there things that it takes to the red zone versus the middle of the field? What do you need to do to be effective in each of those situations? Kind of how does it differ there in terms of getting open?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say in the red zone it gets tighter, windows are smaller and things like that, which it is, right? It's to an extent, but in my opinion, it's like, every play is not going to be easy to get open, right? Even in the open field, you're going to be going against tight coverage. You're going to be going against, zone coverage, everything of the sort. So I think in general is just some more consistency, right, on the offensive play. If we can do it, going all the way down the field, there should be no reason we can't punch it in the red zone. So that's just the way I take to it, the way I think of it. And, obviously, once you get in the red zone, you want to put points on the board, and 3 points is obviously okay, but you don't want to aim for 3 points when you get down there. So definitely, we need to look to improve in that area and keep trying to get better there.
Final two, Brandon and Mike.
No, the two rookie wide receivers had arguably their best games. I mean, I don't think there's much argument, actually. What do you see from them and kind of where they are? And can you feel it coming that's just the start of what's going to be a week in, week out kind of display from them?
Yeah, I think Jerry had a great game. So did KJ also, like you said. I think both of them are playing pretty well. Obviously, looking at the film, both of them would, want to have some plays back, but they did some really good things out there. So I think for weeks to come, if they can keep that play up, that'll be great and great, help our offense great, help everything run a lot smoother. So I definitely, would love for them to, keep that up and, so we can put some more points on the board.
Final one, Mike.
No, the Raiders, at least to this point, are really good on offense, and they're not very good on defense. Has there been some talk among you offensive players? This is the week to step up and put 4 quarters together and kind of carry the team here?
From an offensive standpoint, I think that way every week. Doesn't matter what defense we're going against, right? You have to win a game, you have to put points on the board. So we think about that every week, right? And obviously our defense has gone against some pretty good offenses also and done pretty well also. So, we don't look at it really as a, one side of the ball needs to win the game or whatever. But, obviously going into it, we think that, the Raiders have a pretty decent defense, actually. They especially, at their linebackers, their safety, Jonathan Abrams, a really good player. Their defensive ends are really good. So I have respect for their defense, and I think that it's going to be a good game, and there's going to be, some tough areas that we're going to have to battle through, and so I'm excited to compete against them.